If you are one of those people who love makeup, who want to wear makeup, but the only thing that is stopping you from wearing makeup is how people will judge you, or the fact that you don't want to look like you've used makeup. If you want to look natural, and if you want to use makeup but not look like you've used any, this is the video that you need to watch, and you are in the right place. Hello and welcome to Bare Beauty Basics. My name is Parboni and I'm an artist. I'm a psychic healer and also a makeup lover. I have been learning a lot of makeup tricks, watching a lot of YouTube content from a lot of major YouTube content creators like Wayne Goss, Nicole Chapman, and Sam Chapman. And I love watching a lot of makeup tutorials by famous makeup artists. And that's how I have gathered a lot of tips and tricks from gorgeous, talented makeup artists. So let's get started into the video. The first thing that you need to do is to hydrate your skin. Hydrating is the key. I can't stress enough on how important is hydrating your face. Once you hydrate your face, your foundation, your concealer is going to stick better on your skin. It's not going to emphasize any kind of dry patches, and with little product your skin can end up looking much more glowy and beautiful, which is what you want, right? I'm using this YBP hydrating serum mist. This is a very good, it's a new one. So I use just 3 pumps to hydrate my skin before starting on with makeup. And if you're wondering what is on my lips, is this tinted lip balm by Nika. It's a new release and I quite like it. It's very moisturizing, and it leaves a very nice subtle tint, which I absolutely enjoy. So this is the blueberry twist version. So this is how it looks. It's very cute, and the packaging is on point, right? So this is very adorable. It comes in two more colors. One is a pink one and the other one is kind of neutral. So this is I think this leaves the darkest tint out of all the three. And for moisturizer, I would recommend using a thick, hydrating, creamy moisturizer. So if you are dry skin like me, you can use Embryolisse Crème Concentrate. You don't need a lot, you just need a tiny bit, and that's good enough. Don't overload your face with a lot of products, because then you tend to clog your pores, okay? And you don't want that. So the goal here is to hydrate your skin very, very well. Massage in the moisturizer deeply into your skin. You can also use a gua sha at this point of time. A lot of you may have puffiness in the morning. I am one of those, and I have a lot of puffiness on my face when I get up in the morning, and that's why I like to use a gua sha or any kind of a face roller or something to depuff my face. Just a few strokes, and you can get rid of all the puffiness around your eyes. You can take it like that. So this is instantly going to help you uh, diminish a lot of puffiness on your face. Take extra care on the dry patches that you have on your face. Like I have one here around my nose, here, then on my lids. So I am going to take extra care moisturizing those areas when I'm moisturizing my face. For sunscreen, sunscreen is really, really important during the daytime. You need to protect your skin. You don't want to have damage. You don't want to invite any damage on your skin. So sunscreen is very, very crucial. Now the skin prep is done. I have hair on my face. Now skin prep is done. Now is the time to use a primer, all right? So if you have dry, flaky skin, using a hydrating primer can be a game changer, all right? It is going to create a barrier between your makeup and your skincare so that your makeup doesn't suck the moisture out of your moisturizers, your sunscreen. Instead, it sucks up the moisture from this primer, all right? So you need to use something hydrating. I am recommending this to people who have dry skin. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Primer uh, Grip Primer. Okay, it's called Milk Hydro Primer. I have a small sample size, and I feel like I would want to buy a bigger bottle of this. You just need a pump of it and focus where you absolutely need hydration, like the corner of your eyes, your under eyes, your smile lines, and any specific dry patches that you may have. Once you have the primer on, let that sit for some time. Now that I have given some time for the primer to settle in, I'm going to use the time to do my brows, okay? So for that, I'm going to use a felt tip pen. This is called the Brow Pen by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm just going to use it to now the goal is to create makeup that doesn't look like you've used any makeup. So for stuff like that, these kind of products are very, very handy, where you can create hair-like strokes with such a precision brow pen. Time for using uh, a tint. What a tint does is creates a very natural flush of healthy glow on your skin, which is going to give you that glow. It is going to look like you have not done anything, but there is something that is making you look very fresh and youthful and happy. So, this is going to be your star ingredient. And for this look, and I'm using the Benetint by Benefit, and you need a really generous amount and blend it with a brush. Don't worry, it is we are going to use a concealer on top of this, which is going to uh, cancel out the extra saturation that you're getting now. So if you are getting intimidated by the saturation of the color of this blush at this moment, it is going to calm down because we are going to use a concealer on top of this blush. a little on the chin, some on the forehead. I would go ahead and add a little more. Another option for this product is the Milk Makeup um, Tint. This is also a very, very beautiful makeup product for those of you who don't want a makeupy look but want to look beautiful, want to look pretty without making it too obvious that you used any makeup. So, this is going to make you look like you just came out of the gym, or you went for a walk and you're naturally flushed. So, that's the kind of look we are mimicking here, which gives your skin a nice, healthy glow. The brush I'm using here is by Pro Arte, and it is in the color PF07. It's a very beautiful blush. It's a brush. It's a multitasking brush. You can use it for blush. You can use it for foundation, for anything, for contour. Um, it's a multitasking brush. So if you're wondering what brushes to invest in for your makeup, for your everyday makeup, this is something that I would highly recommend. Now that we have the blush on, I'm going to try out this new product. This is by Milk Makeup again. I think I have a hair there. Something is bothering me. Yeah, could be my cat's hair. I have three cats, by the way, and I have cat hair all over my house. So this is the new concealer that I'm going to try by Milk Makeup. This is something that is good for people with sensitive skin, people who are conscious of using chemical based products. You don't want to use a lot of chemicals on your face because you have some active acne breakouts, and you want to stick to something that is non toxic, that is non harmful. And this is a 92% natural medium to full coverage concealer, and this is by Milk Makeup. You can find it in Sephora, India. And let's use this. I got it in the shade 15NW, which is a pretty good match. They have a Pantone color match on the box. I bought it. I bought it on Sephora. Yes, I bought it on the Sephora website. And if you want to find your perfect color match, you can go to foundation.com. For reference, put a brand and the shade name of a concealer that you're already using and that kind of matches you perfectly. And foundation, in that app, you will get the perfect match for yourself in this brand. You have to click on look for a specific brand color match, and you have to write Milk Makeup and click for Future Fluid Concealer, and that's how you will find what is your perfect match in this concealer range. Okay, they have a lot of shades, at least around 20 shades they have, which is a good thing, and I'm sure you will find a match for yourself. This is a very good match for people who are around my skin tone, NC25 to NC30. So if you belong to that skin color category, this 15NW could be a good match. I feel it is slightly darker, but I prefer a darker concealer because that kind of cancels out my blemishes and doesn't give me a ashy look. If I want brightening, I can use a lighter concealer over this. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is just dot in this concealer where I have the maximum amount of darkness. Or if you're trying to conceal any spots. I tend to break out around my jaw area, and that's why I'm using it whatever is left on the applicator, and a little on the nose and the forehead. So that's the amount of concealer that I'm going to put for a no makeup look, all right? And it's a very, very full coverage concealer, so you need very, very tiny amount, all right? The brush that I'm using here is again by Pro Arte, and it is in the color PF66. Pro Arte makes very nice brushes. I have quite some brushes by them, and I love it. You can see how beautifully it blends in. And I'm just going to run over the brush very, very lightly over my cheeks so that the extra color is mulled down. And last, I'm going to go to my corner of my eyes. And in the end, I'm going to do the corner of my eyes. And what you need to do is tap, 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 tap. Don't drag, don't pull, just tap. So my skin doesn't look makeupy at all. No cakiness, nothing. My blemishes are still peeking through, and I'm okay with that. In a natural makeup look, your goal is to not look flawless. Your goal is to look more put together, more polished in a very natural way. It should not look unrealistic, and that's the goal here. Okay, it should look like realistically you have good skin, and that's why your skin peeking through the makeup is very, very crucial here. There is no dramatic highlighting going on, there's no dramatic coverage going on, everything is looking very real. Okay, so that is the goal that you need to go for in this kind of a makeup. Now if you want a little bit of light on your face, you could skip this step or add just a tiny amount wherever you need to draw light on your face. So this is a lighter concealer that I used. This is by Nars. Um, yeah, this is a concealer by Nars. This is the creamy concealer by Nars in the color Custard. All right, and this is a mini one. I have a full size one, but I want to finish the mini one first and then go about the full size one. It's a very, very beautiful creamy concealer for people who have dry skin, and it's very full coverage. And what you need to do is just tap, 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 tap. And instantly you have brightness. Wherever you need a little amount of brightness, so this is how my skin is looking at this moment, with all the layering of the products in very, very tiny amount. Time to fluff up my brows, and for that I'm using this brow wax by Benefit. It is called Precisely My Brow Wax, and I'm just going to fluff my brows up just towards the beginning of it. A fluffed up brow looks very natural, youthful, playful. And finally, for the lips, I'm going to wipe off my lip balm and use a tint. Okay, so this is a tint by Dior, and it is in the color Nude. What is it? Natural Nude. Okay, yeah, this is Natural Nude. So this is the kind of makeup that looks good on everyone, no matter what day it is, whether it's a work day, whether you're doing errands, whether you want to look put together but don't want the makeup to show up. You want your face to shine through, and you don't want people to come and compliment that your makeup is looking good. You want people to come and say to you that you are looking good. This is the kind of makeup that you can stick to on a daily basis. The only thing that you need to do now is just use a little bit of mascara, not much. You don't want to look like you tried a lot. You want to look effortless, and that's the goal of this makeup look. So I'm using this mascara, just a light coat of this mascara. This is They Are Real by Benefit, and it gives you the most gorgeous long lashes. Look at that, just one coat and it makes a huge difference. Ideally, I would use an eyelash curler, but this is a beginner friendly, so I understand that you are not very comfortable using an eyelash curler. Um, if you are comfortable, I would recommend you first curl your lashes and then go ahead and put mascara. But if you are not, then still it's okay, but don't skip mascara. Also, don't skip your lower lashes. Just a tiny coat is good enough. And that's the finished look. If you by chance got mascara on your lids, let that dry and then use a micellar water uh, soaked Q-tip and remove where you have the damage. So that's the finished look, guys. I hope you loved it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this look, whether you are going to recreate this. Let me know what products would you use to create this kind of a no makeup, practically no makeup look without using a bunch of products and then trying to look like you didn't use any. We used a very small amount of stuff. We layered a lot of things, but we used tiny, tiny amounts of each one of those, which is the holy grail of achieving this kind of a no makeup look. There is no concealer creasing whatsoever, no powder, but it is going to look so beautiful, glowy all day long. All right, you can set it with a makeup setting spray, and of your choice, whatever you want to use. I like using the airbrush filter. This is my holy grail setting spray, and you are done for the. And also don't forget to use a perfume. So the perfume of the day is Gucci Bloom, and I absolutely love the smell of tuberose, which is why this is one of my favorites at the moment. It's a very beautiful summery fragrance. So if you like tube roses, this is a must have. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell button so that you get notified every time I post a new video. And I will see you soon in my next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.